After saying yes, and then I sat down to answer this question, I realized I do not have enough chocolate in my house. I am Joyce Trujillo, and our family of 5 moved to Fort Collins when my husband Michael was hired at Anheuser-Busch in 1987. He retired in April of 2021, and we are still married, heading towards 42 years. After 3 decades of driving by the Foothills Unitarian Church, I started to become curious about the church and the messages on their lawn. About 5 years ago, I had the opportunity to attend a mental health first aid class that my friend was co-teaching at Foothills. After a long day of learning and sharing with the participants, I realized on my drive home afterwards that everyone was from Foothills. I continued to wonder, what would it be like to attend a service? And in the fall of 2018, while I was recovering from foot surgery on my driving foot, I began watching the taped Foothills Sunday services. This was before Zoom. After my 5 weeks of recovering at home, I was ready for my first Foothills service in the beginning of 2019. I told Reverend Sean that I would watch him on Sundays, and he smiled and said, "I wondered who I was talking to watching it at home, and it was you." Soon Michael started attending with me, and we signed up for base camp to learn about the history and more about the Unitarian Universalist beliefs. During base camp class, Gretchen shared a story about the couple who were hesitating because they wanted to wait and see how the community would turn out after a bunch of transitions. And she invited them to come to be a part of that transition, to change with them. I was ready to be a part of that transition, and that invitation gave a purpose to jumping in and starting to build our connections with Foothills. I even signed up Michael to audition for the talent show playing his didgeridoo. He walked in and the person said, "Oh, another didgeridoo player." Michael played the dueling didgeridoos with Doug Powell. Michael and I attended a one-day Safe Conversations workshop here in Foothills, which helps people learn about how to talk without criticism, listen without judgment, and connect beyond differences. We were taught and practiced how to become more present in our relationships. This is where Michael shared with us he appreciated how I dressed him and put out his clothes. When we were going somewhere, I just thought he was tired of having to always change his clothes. I was able to attend a fall on Zoom and a spring in-person journey group that connected to explore the Sunday series themes more fully and build real community together. In one Zoom session, I shared that I was approaching a date that I did not know how to do. It would be the 36th birthday of our son Tyler, who died on February 16, 2003 at age 18. He was a passenger in a car crash on the road by Horsetooth Reservoir. I had a grief burst that caught me by total surprise. The group held space for me until I was able to go on. And that's, in fact, Nikki was in that group. And I remember seeing myself on my Zoom square and remembering that is not a good look. During the second Zoom journey group in person I attended, I realized that we originally had 9 ladies signed up and 4 had lost sons from this community. The church offers the support for loss, joys, and transitions around the holidays. I have attended Tangled Blessings groups that creates a safe place that allows a person to grieve and mourn openly. I joined the book discussion reading Cast, and it opened up reasons to do more. I took this knowledge and reread that book with my friends. I have been a caring listener with Reverend Elaine for almost 2 years, and awesome folks who reach out to others, following up the weekly texts and listening and support is needed. I can tell you, I receive so much back by listening and sharing that the Foothills family is here for you and cares about you. I also help delivering care kits to doorsteps filled with lovely items that Jennifer Wallen puts together for each person's unique situation. Last year, Michael's mother passed away, and he opened the door to find a caring kit for a ceremony he could do for her. He had total knee surgery this year and received caring cards, and most recently last month, he had COVID and received 3 beautiful caring cards. Volunteering with the Foothills Mobile Food Bank is another place that fills my spirit. I found while walking along, pulling a cart for the participant to put the food in shows a real look into our food insecurity. By the time we unload that food into their vehicles, I would know a story about their life. We also started helping with Faith Family Hospitality when Foothills is the host church. On Thursday evening this week, we made Sloppy Joe meals and served it to 2 families of 5 adults and 5 children. Spending time together and sharing kindness brings so much understanding to my life, knowing that we have to do more for affordable housing choices. During COVID, I started attending Zoom yoga with our Eleanor here, and folks and pets joined from wherever they happen to be on a Friday morning. I even invited my longtime friend who lives in Carbondale, Illinois, to join, and every Friday we would text each other to sign on, and Eleanor would have us all turn off our microphones and cameras and just enjoy our Friday workout together. Foothills is becoming a place that our adult children have slowly embraced after years being away from any form of a church. Michael and I were recently pod leaders, and we would bring our 7-year-old grandson. I asked Ben if he likes coming, and he said he doesn't like coming, but he loves coming here. Our daughter Leslie told me that they weren't going to even talk about God with Ben, but Ben said yes to signing him up for the church camp this summer after I sent them the information. Our youngest daughter, Hallie, and her wife, Nina, moved back from Japan and have attended services here and have felt very safe. Purpose is about feeling connected to others, and being an active member of a community can contribute to a greater sense of purpose in life. Commitment and openness take strong bonds and acceptance. There is a darkness when digging deep, and being able to ask others for help might be needed. Taking small steps and sharing your gifts with a purpose and service brings meaning to life. Saying yes and becoming a part of Foothills UU family was the beginning of my heart opening to allow myself to go backwards and say hello to the pain, and then I was able to move forward and say goodbye. I am now ready to give others the chance to be seen, to be heard, and to share their stories.